Hey guys, I'm Brian Sparkman, and my hope through this podcast is that those of us in the Black LGBTQ plus community and others find our rightful place on life's journey. So come along to listen, to learn, and to share. Our voices, our journey. More than just letters. Coming up next.
I was born this way. I always
It was hard. It was really hard,
even
but
when I was
good
a kid,
now.
I felt like
I
I was a
love it.
little
You do.
girl.
First of all, we need to stand together as a community.
Well, Tyra Carter, you know I love you. You know I love you in my heart. Thank you for joining us today. Our voices, our journey. We're going to talk about a lot of things today, but first, like all my guests, we got to do a little icebreaker. You know, we go way back, but we're going to just break the ice, just kind of chill, have a little fun, just to kind of segue into the important topics today. How does that sound?
Good. Let's go.
Good. You're looking fly. She's looking, my God, people who can't, she got it.
Thank you.
Come
You
on,
too.
Essence.
You looking good
Come on,
over there,
Bo.
yourself? You looking good too?
You know, sure. I was like, let me go to the closet, let me get something clean, and like, let me shave, and I gotta be ready because you never half step. So, all right, let's get it started. 10 questions, kind of steeped in the black gay, black LGBTQ plus culture. So, it's for the culture people. Let's get it going. Question number 1: Twizzlers or Red Vines?
Twizzlers.
White potato salad or yellow potato salad?
Neither.
Grits, sugar or salt?
Sugar.
Caramel or caramel?
Caramel.
Michael Jackson or Prince?
I don't know.
Is that final
Michael
answer?
Jackson.
Tabasco, Frank's, or Crystal's hot sauce?
Frank's.
Nene Leakes or Kenya Moore?
I like Nene Lee.
Cocktail, liquor, or drink?
If I'm going to the club,
Mhm.
give me a drink. If I'm at home chilling, I'll have a cocktail.
Slim Luther or Thick Luther?
Big Luther.
Butterfly or Tootsie Roll?
Butterfly.
That's old. Tootsie Roll. So now that icebreaker, that wasn't too bad, right? It wasn't too bad, but we learned some great things about you in the process. So thank you for that.
I enjoyed that.
I'm glad to hear it. When did you first know you were part of the LGBTQ plus community?
I had to be. I was definitely in elementary school.
Okay, all right.
Definitely elementary school. I just knew I was different from the guys.
Okay.
And I kind of gravitated towards the girls and doing all the girly things. And my brothers like sports. I like dance. They like video games. I like playing with Cabbage Patch Kids and like different little things like that. And even like little crazy stuff like I used to try to run home before my parents got home from work and my brothers got there, and I used to try on my mom's makeup and her lipstick and her shoes. Like, so I always knew.
Okay.
I always knew.
You always knew. Okay. For people who are listening or for watching, Tyra and I go back some years, and we met. We're reconnected. I guess we met initially years and years ago, but reconnected through a mutual friend. My first question to you is, how do you feel now about the visibility of the transgender community today?
I think it's amazing. I think we came a long way, and we still got a long way to go. The trans community gets like the short end of the stick on the LGBTQ plus. And
How so when you say the short end of the stick, like in what ways? People who don't know, people who may not be aware of it.
I don't think they fight hard for us like we fight hard for them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And even the straight community, they think we're freaks. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand. They think we good for doing hair and makeup. And the men think we good for just sex. You know what I'm saying? So even our community, the plus, like, I just feel like they don't fight for us. I've heard people say, gay men say, oh, I'm kind of scared of transgenders or drag queens, and we're totally different, mind you. But they say, "Oh,
something to remember, totally different, two different,
totally different."
Yeah.
And they be like, "Oh, they scare me." Like, and then like I even had like a close friend of mine say, like, "Luckily, you my sister, because I just didn't get it. I didn't understand until." You transitioned and you educated me on it. But at one point, he was scared to be around transgenders and drag queens because he didn't get it.
You get it.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't think that people fight hard for us at all. They don't fight for us at
all. I agree with that. I actually agree with that point very much, because again, we're seeing these cases of transgender women. I think have been dominating media for quite some time, and we're seeing it, almost regularly, where transgender women are being murdered, and there doesn't seem to be this. There is an awareness maybe on social media, or people are reposting, but a call to action. There's no sort of visceral reactions, I think, globally around this issue where violence is being targeted to a community that's never fucking okay. It's never okay, And so I just totally agree. Unfortunately, I agree with that. Again, I'm not, creating a narrative of speaking for every person, but I think that this is, there's a reasonable accuracy to this statement. But I think that especially within the African American community, African American community, and on top of that, the African American LGBTQ plus community, that it's almost like, again, we aren't fighting hard enough. We aren't, there isn't an allyship. What kinds of things do you think we can do to kind of galvanize the community?
First of all, we need to stand together as a community. Stop thinking you better than this person and that person better than this person. I think if you don't understand, get to know somebody so you can understand. You know what I'm saying? And stop playing the blame game. Oh, she must have got killed because she was tricking a man. Oh, she probably deserved it, fooling these men. Like just get to know a trans girl or a trans guy. Just get to know and get a clear understanding of what made them go down this road.
Absolutely.
Just get to know somebody.
Person to person.
Simple. Without judging them. Just get to know that person.
It's just about getting to know people. It's just people to people. It's not about, again, more than just letters, right? We're more than just letters. It's not just about the T or the B or the L or whatever. It's just like, again, getting to know somebody else who's just maybe different than you, right?
And then people think that we wake up one day, ooh, I want to be a woman. Mm. No. Ooh, I want to be gay. No.
Touche. Right. Absolutely. That ain't how it happened.
Born this way.
Yeah.
People are born and like I was born this way. I always felt inside that I was, even when I was a kid, I felt like I was a little girl. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, why she doing that? Won't she just be a boy? Why can't she just be gay?" First of all, I'm not gay. In high school, my freshman year in high school, and I told my parents that I wanted to be a woman. The first thing my daddy said, "Well, why can't you just be gay?"
Wow.
Well, Daddy, I'm not gay.
Right.
And then when I transitioned, it was hard for him or whatever, but he was like, "You my daughter."
That's beautiful. I love that story. That's beautiful.
Because you just have to get to know the person. They had to get to know this person. I had to throw it in their face, and make them learn who I am. You know what I'm saying? For them to understand and to get it,
We're courageous enough to stand in what was true, even against any opposition, whether that was parents or whomever. You stood in that truth. You were courageous enough to say, this is who I am. And they had to change to that. They had to adapt to that. They had to learn. They had to grow.
It wasn't easy. It took some years.
Well, they say nothing in life worth having is easy, comes easy, you know?
It was hard. It was really hard, but we're good now. We're
I
real
loved
good.
it. I know you mentioned before, you've mentioned several times that there are a lot of young people who come up, who are coming up, growing up, and who look up to you, right? Because, you know, going back to that idea of, I say courageous as fuck, courageous AF. That's my girl, like Tyra, that's definitely you, right? You embody that very much. You live that. And there are a lot of people who, young girls who are transitioning, or young people who are transitioning, I guess, who look up to you and reach out to you. What kinds of things do they what kinds of things do they find themselves wanting to know, or what are they looking for a lot of times when they kind of reach out and look up, you know, to you in your journey?
A lot of girls, young girls coming up, you know, they always DMing me. Oh, I heard about you and I've been watching you and I've been seeing your social media. I seen you on Girlfriend. How can my transition be easier? Like, what kind of hormones can I take? Where can I get them from? You know, things like that. How can I go about getting my name changed? Like, how was the conversation with you and your parents? You know, and, you know, how did you survive? Like those type of questions.
Wow.
This girl inboxed me a couple days ago, and mind you, I haven't talked to her probably in about 2 years.
Okay.
Or whatever, just, you know, following up, you know, telling me, you know, what's going on with her and the things that I said to her and how she, you know, she took my advice and ran with it, and, you know, like all that. It makes me feel good inside.
No. you led the charge.
If I wasn't strong, the things that I went through in my life, it could have broke me. You know what I'm saying? It could have broke me. Like, I contemplated suicide before. You know, like, it could have really broke me, but I had to stay strong. I had to focus. I had to live in my truth. And I just had to deal with whatever came my way. That's it.
What would you say if you had to point to something or point to some things? Where did that courage come from?
I didn't have no option. I had to figure shit out. I had to prove my parents wrong. I had to prove the people, the naysayers and the doubters, I had to prove to them that I can be a trans woman and live my best life just like y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Like this was something that had to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because if I was still, I probably would be dead by now if I never transitioned. Because when right before I transitioned, I got depressed because I knew that wasn't me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like transitioning was the best thing that could have ever happened in my life. And then going over to Bangkok, mind you, by myself at 25 years old to get a sex change. If I don't accomplish anything in life, I accomplished that.
Absolutely. 100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because that was something that I had to do to make myself whole.
Right.
I had to get that to make myself feel whole. And it was the best decision I ever made in my life. Even my father, with all the issues we had, you know, he used to be like, "You so beautiful." He was like, "I don't want nobody to hurt you." So when I told him I was going to get my sex changed, he was like, "This is the best thing you could ever do for yourself because you too beautiful. Somebody's going to hurt you if they know what's down there between your legs. So this is the best thing for you. I commend you for doing this." I had to show them this is who I am. I stand in it. This is me. This is my truth. Y'all gonna have to respect it or not deal with me, period.
I love it. I hope that those people out there who are listening, who are trying to find maybe some of that courage, or maybe trying to find a way that you guys just really, that you individuals, you people just kind of take these words to heart. And well, for people who may be struggling with coming out to their family as transgender, you know, what advice would you give those individuals who don't know what to do, who have questions, who maybe have, you know, there's trepidation, there's some concern, there's, you know, what kinds of things what advice would you give that 25-year-old who's out here now who maybe doesn't have that, you know, strength or the courage to maybe to go overseas for that step? What advice would you give them?
It's no way around it. Like, you have to pull the Band-Aid off. You know what I'm saying? It's no way around it. If you want to be happy, you know what I'm saying? You have to live with it, live your truth, regardless of what your parents, brothers, sisters, whoever, whatever they got to say. You have to live in your truth. And yes, some parents won't get it. They won't understand it. Yes, your brothers might be calling you a fag, or your sisters might not get it, but you have to rip that Band-Aid off. And you're going to have to just deal with whatever comes your way and be strong enough to get through it. Simple as that. Like, it's no easy way around it, because transitioning is just, it's hard.
Right.
It's hard from being born a guy and transitioning into a woman or girl. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge step. And you have to be mentally prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Because the world is crazy. They don't care nothing about us.
Yeah.
They don't care about us at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be mentally ready for it. Because if you're not mentally ready for it, it will break you. It will destroy you.
Well, were there things that you maybe for yourself that you did or information that you found that helped you kind of be ready for those things that might happen, those what ifs?
My trans mother, Brescia, rest in peace. She kind of pushed me. The things that she used to do, and it was so, like, my kid self, I was scared as fuck. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was scared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she used to do this. Like, I used to go to her house and dress up and all that stuff. Then we'll go hit the town. But the things that she would do, like, on our way, I'm thinking I'm going to her house.
Yeah.
And she'd end up taking me to my house, and I'm fully up in it.
Wow. Really?
Fully looking like a girl. And so I would never forget. We think it was me and my sister Tiana, and we was on our way to Brescia's house, and then she hit some corners, and we realized that she was taking us home. Do you know how fast we was pulling stuff off? She was like, girl, y'all need to let y'all parents know. It was
seriously
crazy. Like, she really pushed me. Like, God,
she pulled that Band-Aid off. Like, she ripped that Band-Aid.
Yes. She used to always do little stuff like that. But I get it now. Get it. She always told me to live in my truth. She always told me to be me, be myself. She was a one of a kind. I miss her so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm so brave. I think it's because of her.
So I would say, kind of transitioning to my next question, last question for you is, you know, you talked about this courage that you developed and you know, living in that truth and being able to just stand firm and stand tall, you know, along, you know, your journey, you know, of embracing that truth. You know, what is something that has been most surprising, or what's something that has, you know, what's something that you've been most proud of for yourself along your own journey that someone else could probably take away from that?
What I'm most proud of is not taking no for an answer and just living my life and living my best life, you know. And by me living my life and living in my truth, you know, and my family, all these years later, my family is so comfortable. You know, my daddy, that's my daughter. My mama, that's my daughter. My brothers, that's my sister. My nieces and nephew, that's my auntie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud that I'm still here. I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? I got a long way to go. I still got things to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. And the struggle brought me to this position that I'm in today. I had to go through the struggle. I had to walk through the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to fight. I had to focus. You know, I had to keep my eye on the prize. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm here to right now. That's why I'm here.
you've offered a lot of jewels of wisdom. I thank you. I hope that your message, your story will hope to hope to it inspires. I know will inspire. Tyra, you are my heart. I love you. Thank you so much
I
for
love you too.
sharing your story. I know this will help many people, and definitely we'll have Tyra back. If you have questions, comments, please leave them. Another
I
episode.
love you too. We got to do this again.
Absolutely, for sure. We got it. We are going to do. We gonna do it again. So
I'm so down. I appreciate you.
I appreciate.
I love what you're doing.
Thank you. Hope we can, heart to heart reaches heart. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Another episode. Our voices, our journey. More than just letters. Thank you.